Hello, it's Alan from Parker's here, and today you join me on a hot sunny afternoon, although on Green Lane, which is where I am now, the trees provide so much shade. It's really nice and cool. So this afternoon I wanted to show you around a property that we've had on the market for a month or so. We've recently adjusted the price, and I think now that price adjustment is going to fall into a number of new people's affordability in terms of searches. So the property's on Green Lane from where we are now, 10 minutes. Mainline station of Pangbourne, serving London Paddington and indeed Oxford. You can also walk to the bustling village of Pangbourne with its shops, restaurants, etc, etc. And then my favourite, the River Thames, with miles of Thameside walks to explore. So the property, detached, 5 bedrooms, it's a bungalow, doesn't have to stay a bungalow, it could be potentially extended up and certainly out should you require. Within the garden is a separate 1-bedroom annex as well, which is really useful, older parents or older children indeed, but super useful as well. So it's situated at the end of this drive, accessed by a 5-bar gate. We'll pause now and I'll catch up with you on the grounds. So here we are in the garden, the front garden. As we said when we were at the end of the drive, it sits on a plot of about ½ an acre, which is a good sized plot for central Pangbourne. Tarmac drive, ample parking for 6, 7, 8 cars even. You've got a lovely treble garage with EV charging point for electric vehicles, and it's also got power and light as well. Now, the property, built in the early 1960s, it's been in its same family ownership for the last 48 years, and it's been quite a spoilt property during this time. Not only does it have central heating, it's also got central air conditioning as well, so in the summer you can make the house as chilly as you'd like it. It's got its own uninterrupted power supply, so in the event of a power cut you'd still have electricity, and should you wish, it's got a borehole which supplies water. Now, the accommodation is more substantial than you might think from looking at it the outside. On the east side of the property, you've got 5 bedrooms, all of which would take a double bed. Middle of the property, you've got a couple of bathrooms, and then on the other side, the west side of the property, you've got the kitchen breakfast room. You've got a separate dining room, and you've also got a lovely front aspect living room that's got large picture windows that enable you to enjoy the view that is this lovely south-facing garden. Add to that, you've got a games room. You used to have a snooker table in, but a great place for children. It can also have conversion, readjustment potential for the property as well, because the property is incredibly malleable, being a single-storey dwelling. This is the front garden. We're going to wander through a lovely arch in the hedge, go into the courtyard garden, and within the courtyard garden is where the additional 1-bedroom self-sufficient bungalow is. So let's go and check that out. So you've got 2 very separate gardens. You've got the lovely front garden, which has got lovely views of mature trees and herbaceous borders. You've got the garden to the rear that's got a number of outbuildings, a potting shed, but all of them potential. And then you've got this. It almost feels like a Victorian courtyard, even though it's not, but it's a courtyard garden. And within it, you've got 2 things. On my left, underneath here, you've got a swimming pool, used in the 70s and 80s, could easily be reinstated. But you've also got this, a 1-bedroom, separate, self-sufficient bungalow. It's got a bedroom, it's got a living room, it's got a kitchen, and even got a bathroom, and its own central heating system as well. So truly self-sufficient, but yet very close to the main building as well. For me, this is a property that's rare to the market. It's so unique, it's very malleable, it's got a number of uses for a number of different end users. Think it could be for you? Then give us a call. Telephone number, Pangbourne office, 01189 841 841.